Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know so many of you over on TikTok have been blowing up the comments asking for this, so today we're finally doing some customer reviews analysis for it. But before we dive into that, be sure to check out this exclusive discount available for it. You'll find it in the description and in the first comment under this video. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer found themselves in a desperate situation. Their primary power source had unexpectedly failed in the middle of a harsh Pacific Northwest winter. Solar power, their usual backup, wasn't cutting it during those short, dark days. Faced with a complete power outage, our reviewer quickly researched their options and settled on this portable power station. While online reviews were mostly positive, there were enough negative comments to raise concerns, mostly stemming from what seemed like user error and some quality control inconsistencies. However, the few reports of genuine component failures appeared to be addressed adequately by the seller. This client's experience started with a quick order and even quicker delivery, arriving just a few days later. Setting it up was straightforward, taking only about half an hour. The initial startup was smooth, even using the recoil start, and our reviewer used it to charge their house batteries overnight. The next morning, they fired it up again using the electric start, this time running their entire household while charging batteries before heading off to work. The machine started effortlessly on liquid propane gas, LPG. They hadn't tried gasoline yet but had a supply on hand as a backup. Notably, the unit ran so quietly that the sound of rain on the roof drowned it out. Our reviewer did mention a minor overspeed indication on their inverter, possibly needing a governor adjustment, but overall, performance was excellent. This client's perspective was refreshingly pragmatic. They acknowledged that this power station was a budget-friendly option, manufactured in a country with different labor costs. This meant there were trade-offs. It wasn't going to have the same build quality or longevity as a high-end, name-brand competitor. They likened it to buying a dependable, basic car instead of a luxury model. You get solid functionality at a fraction of the cost. The engine, a clone of a well-regarded design, provided reliable power at a significantly lower price. The dual fuel capability was a big plus, a factory feature not usually found on similarly priced units. The 2-year warranty also offered added peace of mind. The noise level was another point they addressed directly, stating that it was significantly quieter than other generators they'd heard. After several weeks of use, our reviewer provided an update. The power station had been a reliable workhorse, flawlessly starting every day on either fuel type. They had a couple of minor issues, both attributed to user error, incorrectly wiring it to their electrical system and embarrassingly triggering the low oil shutdown. They even mentioned that running on gasoline, which was currently cheaper than propane, was resulting in a slightly faster engine speed, triggering the overspeed indicator on their inverter, which seemed solvable with a small engine adjustment. The fuel gauge wasn't entirely reliable, but this was a minor annoyance. In short, our reviewer raved about this machine's reliability and power for the price. While it might not be perfect, and might require a bit of user knowledge and attention to detail, it effectively solved a serious problem during a difficult time. This is a testament to its value, especially for those on a budget.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer wholeheartedly raved about their new portable power station, a significant upgrade from their old, temperamental model. Our reviewer described the switch as night and day. This lightweight, easily maneuverable power source was a vast improvement on the clunky, fuel-guzzling and difficult-to-start behemoth it replaced. The push-button start, in particular, was a game-changer, making operation incredibly convenient. However, this client's initial enthusiasm was somewhat tempered by a less-than-stellar experience with the instruction manual. The initial setup proved surprisingly frustrating due to several crucial omissions in the guide. For example, the instructions regarding the choke lever were vague, mentioning 2 right-hand positions without clarifying which one to use. Our reviewer had to experiment and ultimately discover the correct setting through trial and error. Their attempts to seek clarification via email support were equally unproductive. They simply received a copy of the already unhelpful manual. Similarly, the manual completely neglected to mention the necessary break-in period for the engine. Only after discovering this information from a separate online review and contacting support again, receiving the same useless response, did our reviewer complete the proper break-in procedure. They felt this lack of essential information in the documentation was inexcusable. The oil change procedure also presented unexpected challenges. The instructions described the oil drain plug's location ambiguously, leading to unnecessary confusion. It turned out to be in an awkward, inconvenient spot, making the oil change a messy and somewhat acrobatic undertaking. Our reviewer noted the instructions' vagueness about which bolt was the drain plug, and pointed out the poor design that resulted in oil spilling all over the generator's frame. Despite these initial setbacks, this client's opinion shifted dramatically after a recent power outage. During a prolonged period without electricity, this portable power station truly shone. Its ease of use, maneuverability, and dual fuel capability proved invaluable. Our reviewer was particularly pleased with the smooth transition to propane fuel, a feature that proved incredibly helpful after an accidental fuel leak. This was quickly resolved by replacing an O-ring. They used the machine extensively, even powering a 240-volt well pump, highlighting its versatility. The quiet operation also stood out as a positive point compared to their neighbors' generators. This extended period of use solidified their satisfaction. Despite the initial instruction manual flaws, the generator's performance and reliability ultimately won our reviewer over. While the messy oil change remains a point of contention, the benefits clearly outweigh the inconvenience. This client now enthusiastically recommends the power station to anyone seeking a dependable, portable power solution. That's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Let's chat in the comments. See you in the next one.